last video we built the footer. We've already built the header and we've built the footer. Let's build the content. Now to navigate to the content, I can hover on this edit with Elementor at the top. You can see this because you are the admin. You've logged in as the admin. People outside will not be able to see it unless those that are in already. So I can just go to edit page. I want to edit that home page. That's my home page that I've done. You can see it's home. Now I'll click on edit with Elementor so that I can start building my simple web page using Elementor. It's loading. Once it has loaded, we'll start building our web page, adding pictures and some other text just to make it beautiful. You can see there's a space now between the two. So the first thing I'm going to build is just create a simple nav for advertisement, something like an advert. It depends on what you want to build as a landing page, but just for the sake of testing the tools, that's why I want to do this. So I'll click on this plus sign to create a section. Now the section will be immediately under it, so it is boxed. I'll change it to full width so that it will cover the length of it. It's okay. I'm okay with this, with the height. So what I have to do is just go to the tools section, then I'll select this and just type in something, random text. I can say learn at Macrotech Media Academy. Learn at Macrotech Media Academy. I want it to be at the end here. I think that it's okay there. I'll change the color. Let me change it to deep blue for consistency. Now I can change the typography. I can make it smaller. I think I like it this way. I like popping. I like it this way. Now I can even change the background. Let me just click on this section and call that background white or something like a shade. Yeah, something this like this. Let's say this is too thick. No, let me adjust this. I think like this is okay. Yeah, it's okay. So I'll update. So the next thing I'm going to do is to create another section. Now this section I can have the full background, but let me make it boxed, full width, minimum height 400. I want it to be big. I'll go to tools. I can go to this section and try to create something. You can use carousel, you can use image box, but I don't want to use that. Okay, let me use this section divider. Full width, minimum height. Okay, now I can place an image here. Let me place an image here. Pick an image. Let me pick this. Select. The image is there. Let me work on the image. The width of the image, full width. The height, full height. Maximum height to be bigger. Now object fit cover the whole thing. Now if I hover on it, what should happen when I hover? Should I reduce the opacity? That is, it becomes lighter. It's too. Let me see this now. Let me come here, do something like this. I want to add a text on it. I'll go to the tools box bring a text something like this. I can change this one, learn from the professionals. Centralize it, go to style, change the color, make it black depending on the color you want. I'm just building this a random site. Now this page, I can have go to advanced. I've not used advanced. I can go to advanced. You can try do one or two things with advanced. I don't need to go there. Let's look at border. Now border, I can have a box shadow. Check this box shadow. You can see when you hover on it, you see a kind of shadow. You can increase it and you can reduce it. You can increase the blurry version of it to make it more blurred, and you can change the color. Let me make it a thicker one. Now border type, you can make it double, groove, go to over. You can use box shadow here. When you hover on it, what happens? Now I'll go to the tools again. Let me pick an image box or icon box. You can use an icon box. You can have a simple icon here. I think this one is okay. Insert. Now view stacked. You can see it's better. Now I can change this text. I can call it Macrotech Media Academy. And also change this text. I can call it learn from our team of experts and be among the rest of the world in the profitable line of IT services. Just anyhow. Now I can go to the style and do the styling a little. I can change this one deep. I can choose this. The secondary color, if you like, you can do it. The size, you can make it bigger if you want. Now the content, I can change a whole lot of things. On mobile, you work on mobile, tablet, so that you can see the responsiveness of the site. So we go back to this default. That's now the spacing. I can space them, change the color to something very deep. I'm okay with the typography. Now if I go to the second one, description, I can change the color, choose a color, update if I'm okay with it. You can see the shadow behind it. The shadow is too much. I need to work on the shadow after updating. Now to work on the shadow, I'll click on this place, go to style, then go to border, the box shadow, horizontal, the spread. I will reduce the spread. You can see it's too big. I will reduce the spread. Let me make it insert. Just play with it. Update it. create another section. Under here, I want to have, let's say, okay, let me have this full width. Now I want to have some spacing in between the first one and the second one, as in this one at the top and the new one I've just created. Click on this, go to advanced, then margin top. I can have 50 to push it down a little, 50. Now if you want to give them different margin, you click on this icon here, then you can change them individually. But if you want to change both at the same time, then you check that thing. Now what I want to do now is this. I'm going to create section here, duplicate this section. But before I duplicate, let me click on the link. I'll look for I'm still going to use that icon. I still want to use that icon. I can have some write-ups here, or I can even go up and duplicate this, then bring it down, to where I want it to be, and paste it there. So instead of having to do it over and over again, so I can just duplicate this one too, then bring it here. I can delete this section or even add more. Let me duplicate this one, duplicate it, remove this section here, duplicate it, remove this section. Okay, now I can go to advanced padding. I can work on the padding. Let me say 1010, brings them closer. Now I can work on individual section. Go to advanced. I want the right margin right 10. Work on this one too, 10. So I can just do it this way, delete this one, then duplicate this 2 more times, duplicate this. So all the styling I've done will be there. So I can change this text, change the text, learn at your own pace. I can change this one, learn from experts. I can also change this one, be a professional. I can also change this one and make it get certified. So depending on what you want to do. Now after this, I want to add one more here. I want to have a kind of full width, a kind of testimonial. I'll go this testimonial. It's a pro version, you can use it. I think there's a free, yes, this image carousel. You can have image carousel. So to allow you to pick some images that you want to display there, let me pick them at random. Okay, create gallery. Can have a caption that will display create gallery, and insert. All your pictures will be there. You can adjust them full. Okay, slide to show. You can check the number of styles you want to show, maybe 3 at a time. Then on scroll, I want 1 on scroll. Image stretch, yes. Navigations, arrows and dots, you can adjust that. Yes, as you can see. Link, if there's going to be a link. Now go to styling, position, outside, size, I can adjust the size, pagination, inside, okay, arrows, let me put it inside. You see the arrow inside. I can change the color of the arrow to black, so you can see it. That's the arrow. Then the active color and the image, I can work on the image, spacing, vertical align. You can just play with this anyhow you want. At the middle, I want at the middle. Border, double, let's assume I want a border. Can increase the width and so on. So if I'm okay with what I have, I click on Alt-8. So the next one I want to do is create posts. I can create a section, full width. I will look for post, or you can type it here, post, to search for it. These are pro version, you can see they are locked. You can use them. Let me type blog, post grid, blog posts. I can use this. So you can work on it. You can see anyhow you want it. You can work on it. You can duplicate it, making 2, duplicate it, making 3, and so on and so forth. Just update. So you can play with the tools to build beautiful website for yourself. So let's try to go back to our page and see what we have done so far. If you want to learn more about web design, you can check for our advanced tutorial course on web design and development. You can even try to subscribe to our full stack development, where we used Django to build admin dashboard as a front end. And if you want to learn full stack development using Django, there is a premium course on that you can enroll in. So you can play with this and have your website loaded, but remember, it's still on the local host. You are not, nobody outside your VM will see it. So before you can do anything like this, can place it online, you have to get a domain name and a host. So once you have gotten those two, then you can now migrate whatever you've built here from the local host onto live server, onto that domain hosting. If you want to learn how to do that, you can check for a premium course on that. Thank you so much for listening in and for learning.